Hi everybody, it's Splish Girl again, and for this video I'm going to be walking around Haven, catching up with our companions, just because this playthrough I haven't really spoken to anybody except from Blackwall, who had some exclamation marks, and of course I always feel the need to get rid of those exclamation marks, so that's what we're going to be doing for now. So let's make a start. Let's go, well, first of all, let's check our progress with our war table missions. We may as well get them running. No, none here. That's complete. Okay, build watchtowers. There you go. Coin from... Okay, that's more gold. Have we got any around here? No, we haven't. Just over here in Balroy. Okay, successor in Leeds. Okay, so we've got 3 people that we want to inherit this, well, to be the successor. Let me have a look. Right, so it's saying that Carolina, if that's how you say that, is not overly interested. Manette could be the most easily manipulated, which would be good for us, but less likely to be useful. And Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat. So first of all, we'll get rid of Jean Gaspard. And that also utilises Cullen, who I have trouble utilising. So we're going to ignore the Grey Warden treaties. Okay. Right, Leliana can do her magic.
Let's see what we have.
I don't think there's anything around here. No, so we'll just get some more money. Thank you, Joseph.
Let us begin.
Okay, so that's the war table. Let's go chat to our party members. Not just party members, because you can also chat to Cullen and Mother Giselle there. Okay, so let's first of all check in if we've got any research. No, we don't.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
Well, is she going to give us a quest?
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. It's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. Especially a Dalish elf. One look at your face and it's clear you were never part of a circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
Yeah, okay.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. Circle mages must prove themselves in a ritual called the Harrowing. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
Yeah.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe?
Yes. The mages took some of them when my circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
Yeah, so Tranquil is something that gets done to mages. So bear in mind, mages are more likely to be possessed by a demon. And if you don't have very good control over magic, or they don't trust you not to make a pact with a demon, then the Templars may make you tranquil, and it just means that you are no longer a threat to, you're not going to use blood magic, you're not likely to, you can't be possessed by demons. But what it does is it cuts your connection to the Fade completely, and you no longer dream. You have no emotion, so they are like robots basically, and it is a little bit, I always find it a little bit freaky listening to the Tranquil characters talk, which, I mean, the voice actors that play them are incredibly talented, because they do it so brilliantly. But yeah, it's only supposed to be used, you're not supposed to make a mage tranquil once they've passed their harrowing, because it's basically, the harrowing is proving that you are strong enough to resist demons, because they are going to be attracted to you as a mage. But in Kirkwall, that did not happen. So in Dragon Age 2, you had tranquility being used as a punishment. At the time, there was, but as far as everybody knew, there was no cure for it. So once you were made tranquil, you lost all your emotions, you lost everything. And there's a little bit between Anders and a mage that he knows, where he temporarily gets cured of his tranquility, and he says, please kill me, I do not want to go back to being like that. And so we do end up killing him. So yeah, it's quite nasty, and that's part of the reason why the mages rebelled, because they were having, it wasn't supposed to be being used that way. It was supposed to be almost a last resort to protect people from mages going out of control and going haywire, and that isn't what happened. But that is because of the Red Lyrium, partly, that Knight Captain Meredith was using. Well, you find out in Dragon Age 2. Anyway, let's get on with this.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
You might have done well among the Dalish. Our mages are encouraged to study safely.
Fenrir will take the Dalish. Don't let my lack of Valisline fool you, Lethline.
Ooh.
I was a proud member of my clan until my magic manifested. You know what happens when they have too many mages. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Yeah, so that's a really good insight there.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
Templars aren't all bad. It is just the fact that because of what they do, keeping people safe from mages, but also keeping mages safe from people, because people can be quite afraid of magic. When they have maybe a bad experience with an abomination, which is what is called when a mage gets possessed by a demon, and they end up sort of going all like Resident Evil monsterish, and I think they just end up getting quite cynical. I mean, it's got a lot of parallels to what could be said in real life as well. You know, they get a dislike for mages and will assume that they are guilty of blood magic, even when they are not, and then they end up cracking down too hard on mages, and then mages get resentful, and they're more likely to rely on blood magic. So it's this horrible vicious circle. But you know, the Templars do a good thing. It's just when it goes too far the other way. Anyway, let's go speak to Josie.
Good day to you.
Report.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must...
Any visiting dignitaries I should...
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight. He's defeated Dark. Just...
Yeah, I don't think there's any
Greetings.
storyline. I'm just really looking for
Let's speak later.
Another...
some of the stuff to get some of the character quests. I haven't actually been in here. What's this over here? Another book. That's why it's worth exploring every nook and cranny. Mother Giselle.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Shartan. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
We'll ask about the people.
How are the people doing after what happened at the con?
They are scared, of course.
Yeah.
Many have. I doubt many will. I've offered what help I. What more do you wish to know?
We'll leave that. So she gives you the option
Until
to hear
next-
about Inquisition history. And basically the Inquisition were the predecessor, what later became the Seekers, which is the order that Cassandra is part of.
Sit me by your side
And we
in death.
find out a little bit
Make
more
me
about the
one
original
within your glory,
Inquisitor
and let the world once more see
in
your favor.
oh, I've forgotten what the DLC's called. But we're way too low a level for that yet, so we won't do that just yet.
You've never been to a circle, as far as I can tell, yet you're remarkably skilled. Were you self-taught?
Not at all. I studied magic with Keeper Deshana.
I have heard about the traditions of magic among the Dalish keepers, but it's all third-hand. In my own experience, nothing is more deadly to a young mage than a lack of knowledge, which makes the current state of things precarious. What do you imagine will happen if the circles are not restored? Do you foresee the Dalish taking us all under their wing?
Nah.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
That's why you wanted to be here, to have a hand in deciding that fate.
Wouldn't you? For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
I think she's so cool. I think she's just so self-confident and in control and graceful and incredibly powerful and badass. She's probably one of my favourite characters.
Yes?
No. Are we going to get any quests from her?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the circle?
After the circles fell, their libraries were plundered by
That's it.
scavengers.
Here we go.
1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
Here we go. So that gives us a quest for our first companion quest.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition. The Bull's Chargers? They've got a...
Apothecary Adon can have those supplies
He
for you
showed
by
me some
tomorrow,
tricks.
Quartermaster.
Got a demon
It's
claw
about
wound
damn
stopped
time.
festering faster than I'd ever seen.
I've heard good things about the Chargers. Polite and respectful they are.
Everyone's respectful around us. Never know when they might need their guts shoved back in.
Yeah, right, we've got Sister Leliana. Okay, this bit here is easily missable. If you want to soften up Leliana, if you don't do it now and you give the wrong answer now, it's never going to happen. I think it's this bit.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the
No,
champions
not
of the
yet, I don't think
just.
so.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I like Leliana a lot more in this game than in Origins. Can we trigger another cutscene? No, not yet. We will do in a minute. Thren. Yeah, we'll leave Thren alone. Right.
So it's true.
Ooh.
Butler has stand
Oh,
on us.
glitched for a moment there.
I hope my hunch was
Let's go down
wrong.
the pub, shall we?
Knew him well.
Which is appropriate considering the top I'm wearing. Sarah. Here we go, we've just unlocked another song.
And how much did you need?
10 sacks would do it.
Oh, is there any way you could get by with 6?
If you only have 6, why did you ask how much I needed?
I was really hoping you only needed 6.
Those two have a crush on each other. There's quite every time we're in here, she's summoned in here for something, and he comments about how that door keeps breaking. I guess her breaking it so he can come and fix it. Right. Sarah?
Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I'm pretty sure the Conclave proved it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why? Because someone yelled it real loud? Make them prove it. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, old-touched Lady Herald?
She cracks me up. I really like Sarah.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
She's funny. She's not as cool as Varric, though.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
Oh,
I'll be back if I need you.
She's funny. Right, so no quest from her just yet, and if we go
The
up here,
Chantry
we get
isn't
to
supporting
see-
us.
I told you that it was complicated. Without the Divine...
We get to see the lovely Solus. Pretty sure there's something in here. No, I think I've already picked it up. Before we speak to him, though, let's see if we've got any...
Yes, sir.
You're
What's
back.
Don gonna give us anything?
And in one piece.
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
Farewell.
He's funny. Right, we've already got potions equipped.
Let me know if you need anything.
Can we upgrade anything yet? No. Yeah, we need another... We need another 24 Embryum for that. Regeneration potion. Yeah, it's a good idea to increase duration. Oh, I can pick one. We'll do that one because proximity heal's really good, because anyone who's standing near you when you're using it is going to heal as well, so you're not using as many potions, they just go a lot further. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything else because I've used up all of that. Oh, fruit. Go so quickly. Fire resistance. I'll save that. Oh, rock armor's quite good for iron ball though. Can we do anything with that? Nope, we need elf fruit for that. What about grenades? Pitch grenade. Yeah, confusion. Antivan. Oh, healing mist is quite good. No. Antivan fire. No. Jarabees. I think that's all we can do. Thank you, we're done. So let's check his house out. No.
The chosen of Andraste, the blessed heroes sent to save us all.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will,
Such a shame.
posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Dunno.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders,
Sensible.
they are usually content to live and let live.
I imagine you find some amazing things in there, alongside all the demons.
Exactly. It is occasionally dangerous, yes. But more often it's just sad to see what has been lost. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by Chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
We won't romance him just yet.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Yeah, I mean, I like some of the stuff he's got to say about dreaming and stuff like that. He can just be very judgy.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
Anything with that kind of power is bound to show up sooner or later.
Leliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
We'll talk later.
Do that.
Goodbye.
We just want to trigger the cutscenes. Okay. Let's go speak to Barrick.
You're right. I'm sorry. When you spend your days teaching the
Here he is.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
I love Barrick.
Need something?
Ooh, questions about Hawk.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
And that is much of the problem of what happened in Kirkwall and what triggered the Major Rebellion. Desperation, because the Templars were cracking down too much.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arishok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
So this is all because I've uploaded what I've done in the previous two games to Dragon Age Keep. This Varric was in Dragon Age 2, so a lot of the stuff you talk to him about will be reflected in what you did in the second game, which is pretty cool.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Hawk's brother Carver is still in the Free Marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still Guard Captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Aveline's awesome. Meryl's probably my favourite though,
Need
after
something?
Varric and T.
I read your...
That's a pretty common reaction.
Carry on.
But we will ask
Need
about
something?
Red Lyrium.
The Red Lyrium...
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered Red
Here we go.
Lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is...
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned
that was a
Kirkwall's
very
Knight
interesting
Commander
battle.
to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
That was a very interesting boss fight in Dragon Age 2. Very interesting.
How did the Red Lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the Tig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So that gives us a quest from Varric. Let's go check out what Segret's got. Oh, we've already gone through our inventory. We don't really need to get a
Tell Mother
schematic.
Giselle that this is as much as I
Pretty much got them all already.
You need anything here? Are things safe at Haven?
There we go, special shipments. Nothing. I do love this armour.
Good luck sealing those rifts.
Oh, thank you. Right, we've got Cullen over here. And the set.
I've heard about Valroyaux. This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the...
There's a nug there. And we've got Commander Cullen.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received
That's
a
an
number of
interesting
recruits.
question.
Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
Yeah.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
It's really nice to see Cullen in such a prominent character in Inquisition, because he's been in all 3 games. So it's quite nice.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of nasty stuff. Obviously, he was kind of like the voice of reason to a degree in Kirkwall. Although he was quite anti-mage because of what he went through in Dragon Age 1.
Ugh.
Worried?
Is it that obvious?
I'm afraid so.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Isn't it a bit late to worry about it now?
We have only just begun. My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
To be fair, I mean, she changed her mind pretty quickly as well, so...
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
I can't really say.
I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Any more cutscenes?
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do. Another time.
Cassandra's pretty cool. Right, let's go talk to Iron Ball. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, it's just the iron. I wonder
so if we get better
if we've
horses,
got any
you think that'll make a difference?
other mounts. We've got the Bog Unicorn. No, it hasn't synced any of the others.
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference.
That's freaky.
The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died when the demons attacked.
That is quite cool.
I'm sorry.
Feels silly to mourn a horse. With all the people we've lit pyres for.
Well, like you said, a good horse can make all the difference.
Let's talk to Commissioner.
What can I do for you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal.
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
I'd like to know more.
The Chief. First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. He keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee Tevinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job.
Eyes to eye, I like that.
He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
I like that. The fact he's just like, yeah, I'm a spy. I guess it can't come back and bite him in the
They've
in
got
the
good form.
backside.
Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
I like this bit.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Kunari learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
You sound like you want to head down there and give the troops some pointers.
Nah, I'm no good at command unless I know who my guys are sleeping with and what they like to drink. Inquisition's already too large for that. The Chargers are big enough for me. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top.
No
You've
leader.
got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Now I know what's going to happen, so this is a bit difficult to.
Then maybe
pick
we need
without-
one. I'd be willing.
You? Huh.
He sounds
Why
like
you?
outraged. Why us?
I've got the mark on my hand. I've sealed Fade Rifts, and hopefully I'll seal the breach as well.
That means you have a skill. That doesn't necessarily mean you should be deciding alliances. My people
You've
don't
got a
pick
good point.
leaders from the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most talented. We pick the ones willing to make the hard decisions, and live with the consequences. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't,
It won't.
but it could.
It could happen. Oh, I've had that conversation
help
way
you?
too many times. I like this. Why he's called Iron
So,
Bull. This is cool.
How did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the Qun. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you,
The Iron Bull.
but I really like hitting things. Also, it's
Yeah,
the
he does.
Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
He's funny. I
See
like
you
Iron
later, Bull.
See ya.
He's really funny, and his reaction when you see a dragon.
She sent me over
Brilliant.
to see if you needed anything.
At your
Jackal, want to
service.
tell us anything?
Nothing, right?
Not really. Okay.
If I want some...
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. You'll need materials. We should have what you want.
Goodbye.
Right.
Oh, I've done it again. Oh, and that completes that quest. Right, and then Josie has finished her war table mission. So we've spoken to everybody. I'm pretty sure we've not forgotten anybody.
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky. All that existed was silence.
Back up here.
I saw the leader of the Bull's chargers, that Iron Bull. He's something, is he not?
Oh, go on with you. You can't go making cow eyes at one of those oxmen.
No harm in looking, is there? Those shoulders, those horns.
You're mad.
Maybe, but I'm not dead.
I love that, just those conversations. Because I guess that makes it a little bit more realistic. You're going to have people having conversations like that. And the fact that as you go past, you can overhear them. It's just a nice little touch that I'm really fond of. And you don't have to listen to it. If you walk away, you don't hear the rest of it. But when there's an interesting conversation going on, I like to just kind of stand there and listen to the rest of it. Because you can overhear some quite funny things. Right, so we've got a quest there. Drop and grab. We're not doing
What have your
railway
ears heard,
missions.
Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
Okay, nothing it is. Thanks, Leliana. So we've got Cache of JC. Right. There we go. So Sarah wants us to do something. I don't like that. Cullen's basically saying, let's ignore what she's saying. Leliana wants to do both, but we'll humour Sarah and use just...
Let us begin.
Okay, and that's all we've got going on here. We've still got plenty of power to do Champions of the Just, and if we decide to go with the mages, we can just mosey on up to Redcliffe and check out the mages. Okay. Leliana's... oh no, that... has Leliana finished already? That's so annoying when she finishes just after we leave the war table. Okay. No, it's over here, isn't it? Okay. Okay. There we go. Nothing's really come of that. And since we don't have any other war table missions, we'll get Leliana to get us some money.
Let's see what we have.
Later on, we're going to get so many war table missions that we're never going to run out of things to do. There we go. Right, so I think we've spoken to everybody. We've spoken
All
to
things in this world are finite.
Yeah.
What one man gains,
Let's see if we
another
can
has
trigger
lost.
another cutscene with Leliana. Yeah, here she is.
There were
Here we
so many
go.
questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed
Ah,
Faria,
here's the bit you can miss.
one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
So if you don't do that, you can't soften Leliana. And you will miss out on it later on in the game. So if you don't want to soften her, then you can pick Traitors Deserve to Die or Remain Silent. And I was just remaining silent and leaving her up to it because I figured she knew more about spy work than me. But if you want to soften her, you have to click it. You have to kill him.
Wait.
So we'll do that.
What are you doing? He betrayed us. He murdered my agent. And you'd kill him. Just like that. You find fault with my decision? If he has knowledge, then he's a resource. Use him.
He's a loose end who could escape and get word to our enemies. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Now is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
She's so thrilled to bits with that, isn't she? Okay. So I think that's everybody that we can speak to for now. So next video we'll start doing quests again. We'll pop over and tell Master Dennett that we've built his watchtower so he can come over to Haven, and then we can get started with some Storm Coast quests, and we'll get to check out the beautiful imagery of the dragon and the giant fighting, although we won't engage the dragon just yet because we don't want to kill the dragon while we're still at Haven. So thank you for watching, and if you want notifications about when my next video is up, click subscribe. Thank you for watching.